3, we spent a lot of time working on the AI. We made the top difficulty levels even more difficult. These AI cars will challenge you. If you give them an inch, they'll take it from you. The pitting experience should be much more realistic this year. So the handling of the cars is more refined. We are aware that if we make every AI car wreck when you tap them, then it would just be a wreck fest, and that wouldn't be fun. But we were able to tighten up like your car's handling model as well, so you're not going to be quite as loosey-goosey as you might have been when you touched that car as you were in years past. We've been able to get more out of our graphics engine to make it more realistic than it ever has. We realize that the garage feature that we have in the game, which is back, but there are a lot of knobs and whistles and gadgets, just a lot to take in. So what we did is we created 9 new pre-setups for our players.
I love that we have those options there for the players that really want to get into the nuts and bolts of how these cars handles. But if you don't, those pre-built setups are so much fun.
Always consider when you're going to a racetrack, especially for the first time, is build your race car with a very stable setup so you can get out there and you can get some laps underneath your belt, and then you can start to tune on your race car.
NASCAR Heat 3 does have the look around cam and look back camera.
Clear outside, clear all around.
One of the biggest things to being a good NASCAR driver is understanding when to brake coming into the turns. Practice mode has been enhanced by the addition of a racing light. What it is just tells you the optimal path to take at each track, and then it also updates real time based on how fast you're going.
If you're tight, sometimes you got to use the throttle to make it turn, or whatever situation you're in, you can definitely make it work.
It really does help you understand tracks that maybe you've had difficulties with, or even the tracks that are new this year. Stories mode basically is before each race starts, something that might happen in real life will happen to other drivers in the game. You might see something like a driver has failed inspection and got sent to the back of the pack, or you might just see something like, well, this guy's the one who's really hot this weekend and he qualified pole. We brought back rivalries that we introduced in NASCAR Heat 2. We refined it a great deal, and we put more emphasis on the presentation of it. If you're nice enough to somebody, they will become your friend, and of course, that's how they'll treat you when you're out on the track. If you tick somebody off, they might give you a little nudge when you're out there as well. After you come out of a race, you'll see social media messages from these drivers saying, hey, it was a great race, or you really ticked me off out there. And you have the opportunity to either compliment them or insult them. It gives you more control of who are your friends and who are your enemies out on the track. We're going to have a bunch of downloadable content again. After the game is launched, these teams continue to run paint schemes, and we offer it as DLC packs. We also have the NASCAR Heat Hot Pass, which gives you access to any DLC content that we put out from the day the game launches all the way through to December.
All clear. Side to side. Hold this line. Get all the room you need. Couple more turns.
Pre-order now at NASCARheat.com.